Good evening, everyone. Reconvene at 10 p.m. Report on action taken in closed session.
This meeting is being
Government Code
transcribed and
Section
summarized.
54957.1 on a vote of 4-0. Motion by Mr. Giles, seconded by Mr. Lynn. The board voted to approve the rejection of claim on behalf of student number 710-51035, item 5D. Now we're going to pledge allegiance by Desiree Alea.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Desiree. Next, we'll move on to informational items. Enrollment report. Coleman.
Okay. UTK through 8th grade, 13,601. Early money, 331. Non-UTK for a total of 13,932. A gain of 6 students from our last board meeting, which is a loss of 262 same month last year. And out of those 13,932, we have 699 of our students that have a better in the armed forces. And 286 are foster, and 1,132 are homeless.
Thank you, Mr. Coleman. CSBA Delegate Assembly nomination.
I'm assuming we're going to take them later. Don't have them yet, right? Well, I kind of feelers out there. I think it's the same people. Okay, so if you have any of your pals want to be on the or run for delegate assembly, they have to know by next meeting, or they have to let us know so we can nominate them by next. And I am running for re-election. I've already put my paperwork, so you can nominate me if you wish.
Mr. Jones. Curriculum highlights by Sunnydale Elementary School Principal.
Good evening. Hello. Welcome. Excited to be here. Hello, board members, administrators, families, students, and Jenny Morosky, your principal at Sunnydale. I have a here that helps with the presentation and kind of support what we do here at Sunnydale. So I wanted to introduce them and give them a shout out. Assistant principal. Our amazing counselors, Melissa, Christina Del Real. Intervention team, Tiffany Irving, and Eventon, and our awesome and amazing community liaison, Melissa Cowie. And a 6th grade teacher and ASD superstar over there, Miss Ranika Farmer. So, like I said, this amazing team helped put a presentation together, and they do a lot of work outside to support the learning that our students are undertaking, along with all of the hardworking staff that put a lot of their time and energy into ensure that our students are getting what they need to be successful and learning all the important things that they need to learn. So we're excited to be here tonight. We have some amazing things to share with you that we're doing here at Sunnydale. Before we start with the video, we have it's themed a little bit, so I just wanted to give you some history. Sunnydale was built in 1958, so this year it is 67 years old. 6, 7, okay. We are a K-8 school, so this year our ASB is made up of 6th and 7th graders. Let's see. So our motto for ASB this year and school is 6, 7. So if you haven't heard, 6, 7 is a big deal this year. This is the word of the year, so we're kind of embracing that. As Ms. Farmer says, if you can't beat them, join them. So we're kind of just going with that. So you'll see that in the video highlight a little bit. We'll talk, share a little bit about some exciting things that are happening inside the classroom, outside of the classroom, and then some of our engagement activities that we've had with students and families within the community. So those are some of the things that you'll see in our highlights video. We'll share that, and then I have a few students that are going to share, and then open for questions if you have any. So let me go ahead and roll the video if it's it over to my ASB. In a proud Bill Skyhawk said for until we learn, we grow, and we support each other. Being a Skyhawk means belonging to the school where students feel encouraged, valued, and excited to come to school every day. My name is Susanna. I am in the sixth grade, and this is my first year at Sunnydale. The year has been especially exciting because Sunnydale now has an associate body, and I am proud to be a member. For the first time since I've been a student, we had a real voice on campus. We get to share ideas, plan events, and help build a positive school culture. We're learning leadership skills, working as a team, and finding new ways to make our school even better. We've started raising funds so we can have more activities, spirit days, and projects that bring our community together. With the support of the staff and the board, we're hoping to continue growing our ASB and create even more fun ways for students to get involved. We're excited for a future where every Skyhawk feels represented and knows their voice matters. Thank you for supporting Sunnydale and helping us soar and Skyhawk. That's all we got. Let's see a question for us. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you for bringing them. We're happy to see Sunnydale being involved. And we really appreciate it. I mean, I have a personal interest in Sunnydale. I have a daughter that teaches there, fourth grade. And so thank you to all of you. For you, Mrs. Morosky, I have to say my condolences for your father-in-law.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Oh, getting one more time. Let's start. Let's start.
All up here. Jenny, bring them all up here.
And that way we can do, and
We can do the, the bunny rabbit ears.
First having time.
But now's the perfect time for you guys to escape. Yes, real quietly and very quickly. Alrighty, next we'll move on to presentation to request proposal reports. All right. Individual action items, business approval of amendment number 001 to agreement with Nino and more for Department of Toxic Substances Control DTSC services related to Desert View Elementary School modernization and construction project.
I moved.
Motion by Mr. Giles, seconded by Mr. Taylor.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. Approval of amendment number 001 to agreement with Nino and more for Department of Toxic Substances Control DTSC services related to Mariposa Elementary School modernization and new construction project. Motion by Mr. Wing, second by Mrs. User. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.
I just would like to make note that there are no toxic substances at Desert View and everyone's safe. This is in relation to some work we're doing at the school, and we discovered an old airport runway that we need to take a look at and make sure that things are okay. There's no toxic substances at the school. Everyone's okay.
Thank you.
It seemed fine. So far.
We'll move on to the public hearing. And we will open the public hearing. This public hearing, I lead Lancaster Charter petition renewal recommendation.
Good evening. I just want to say before I get into this that Sunnydale did have a 22-point gain in the ELA. Yeah, and also did quite well in math as well. So if they were here, they would hear that. So congratulations. Good job to them. But tonight I am here for I Lead Lancaster Charter and a discussion about their renewal. So they submitted their petition, and as we can see from the staff report to the school board, on August 29th, their petition came in, and within 60 days, they were able to give a presentation to the board. And then within 90 days of petition submittal, a vote is had to see whether or not you would like to renew their charter. So this is the last board meeting before that 90-day deadline. So I wanted to show you that on November 18th. That's why we're here tonight. But that 90-day mark is on November 27th. So I just wanted to be transparent about that. There is also the opportunity, if you see fit, to extend with iLead's also with their blessing to extend 30 days. If you find it necessary that you would like to extend this process and also vote at a later date, and that is on December 27th. But tonight, for right now, we do have a petition where the recommendation will be to authorize I Lead Lancaster Charter based upon the following criteria. So we found that indeed, iLead is a middle performing school, which by the California Department of Education, that makes them eligible for a 5-year renewal. And they have similar dashboard performance levels, and they are comparable to both not only our district, but also the state. But as a middle performing school, it is understood that they can get a 5-year renewal instead of a 2-year renewal. They also met the 3 criteria that we need to look at. And the first one is that they have a sound educational program. And in the petition, they are required to reasonably display this program, which we found that they did. We followed an education code guideline to make sure that all of the pieces were there, and they indeed had what they needed. Their sound educational program is project learning based, and they focus on social emotional learning and individualized learning plans. They follow the same type of guidelines that everybody else has to, including the Lancaster School District. So they are meeting the needs of what they're supposed to do for kids as far as the educational program is concerned. Also, criteria 2, do they have the capacity to implement the program? Absolutely, because they have been in business since 2012, and they have been authorized by our school district since 2012. They have no audit findings when it comes to their fiscal reports. Also, they are required by an independent auditor, and they have done that, and that independent auditor found no fiscal reports. They are deemed as fiscally sound. Our own team also took a look at it as well. They are making progress, just like our team is, to get a fully credentialed staff, and they're following the guidelines that they need to as far as their teaching staff, and they do offer professional development just as we do. For criteria 3, there are 15 elements that we need to look at within the petition. They all those elements are within what you see there in those bullets. They fall somewhere in there, and they have met all 15 requirements just like they have since 2012. There is some extra requirements that have been added on as time goes by, and we found that they have met those requirements as well. So if they were not to get a yes vote tonight, then they have the ability to appeal to LACO, and then LACO becomes a third-party auditor as well. And they will look at everything that was submitted, and they will determine whether or not they have met eligibility. If they have met eligibility, then LACO will then recontact us and ask us to reconsider. We do believe that they have met all eligibility requirements, and so that would be a step that would come right back to us. That's our belief. So because of that, the staff recommends that iLead Lancaster Charter is authorized for the next 5 years. And then, of course, with that, we do annual, we check annually. We go and we visit the site. We check for compliance. And if we see any sorts of concerns, they'll report to you as well. We see any sorts of concerns, we'll bring it back to you, and we can discuss that matter at that time. So that is all that I have. iLead Lancaster Charter gets by law the same amount of time that I've taken to be able to address you as well before you vote. And then if there's any questions, obviously you're the school board, we're available for you.
We really don't have anything additional to add unless you have any questions for us, but we're super grateful for your continued partnership. We're grateful. Last time I stood in front of you, we were on the low track and we begged you for 2 years to prove to you that we could get our charter back to that mid track, and we've done that. We're excited at the progress we're making, and we're just grateful to be here tonight. Thank you.
I have a question. The dashboards just came out. Lancaster School District, which I'm proud to say, increased in all of their, all of the particular sections of it. How did I lead do?
We increased in ELA. We stayed relatively the same in math, so it's an area we need to continue to focus on. And I think we did decreased in chronic absenteeism. So which is a good thing. So, but that's where we're at right now. So it was a good year. It wasn't a great year.
Was it a good year in the fact that are your teachers all credentialed?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Dr. Wood. It's 37 p.m. On individual action items, educational services, adoption of resolution 2025-2026-24, approval of renewal petition for I-Lead Lancaster Charter School, grades TK through 8. Motion.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Giles. Second by Mrs. User. All in favor? Motion passes 4-0. Individual action items, human resources, approval of provisional internship permit for 2025-2026 school year.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Nguyen.
Second.
Second by Mr. Giles.
This will allow us to fill positions that we felt.
Thank you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. Addressing the board. Individuals who wish to address the board may complete a speaker card and present it and any supporting documents to the superintendent's assistant or other district official prior to the start of the meeting. Personal information such as a student, parent, guardian's name, address, phone number, date of birth, email address, or other directory information as defined in Education Code 49061 may be excluded from the minutes of the meeting by submitting a written request to the superintendent. The board president shall recognize individuals who wish to speak. Individuals wishing to present testimony to the board concerning specific items on the agenda may do so once the item has been moved, seconded, and is on the floor for discussion. Time limits of 3 minutes per person and 20 minutes per item shall be allowed. Board bylaws 9322. Board members may ask questions for clarification purposes. However, no action may be taken and no discussion may take place on an item not on the posted agenda. Brown Act. Comments from PTA. CSEA. Cal. Comments from the audience.
We have a speaker card for Bridget Howard.
Welcome, Ms. Howard.
Good evening, board. I'm Bridget Howitt. I'm a proud board member of I-Lead Lancaster. I'm very briefly here to express my gratitude and appreciation for your support and partnership. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Consent agenda item.
And then we have a speaker card for Juana Hernandez.
Thank you. Welcome.
Hello, my name is Maya Hernandez. I am the president of iLead's iSupport, which is our school's PTA. And on behalf of myself and our board of iSupport, we are very thankful for your vote.
Consent agenda items, superintendent, items 17A through 17B. Motion? Motion by Mr. Nguyen. Second by Mrs. User. All in favor? Okay. Motion passes 4-0. Consent agenda items, business items 18A through 18N.
Moved.
Motion by Mr. Giles, seconded by Mr. Nguyen. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Consent agenda items, educational services, items 19A through 19L. Motion by Mr. Nguyen, seconded by Mr. Giles. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Consent agenda items, human resources services, items 20A through 20B. Motion by Mrs. User, second by Mr. Nguyen. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 4-0. Consent agenda items, student and family services, items 21A through 21D.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Giles. Second by Mrs. User. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes 4-0. We have legislative policy discussion, and those are all second reading.
That's fine.
C. So we'll move on to comments from the board. Dwayne?
Well, that was very nice of Sunnydale to come and present. Yeah, like I said, I have indebted to them for letting my daughter teach over there. It's a great school. And they really have. I see Emilio in the audience. He didn't hear you speak. But it's nice to have you here, Emilio. Thank you. Emilio's from Coldwell, Forest, and Winters. And they are doing so much to get our schools fast-tracked in the future. Dr. Mariani doing the 6, 7, 8 at many of our elementary schools. It's turning out to be quite a challenge, but it seems to be going very well. Even the students I've talked to at the middle schools and some in the 7th grade that are now in the elementary school section, but they're in 7th grade. Even they are talking highly of the way it's going. So that's always good to hear. We like that. Thank you to the families of the iLead students that came. Appreciate it. We hope that your test scores go up like ours did this year, and that it turns out to be good. It's charter schools are different, but I think parents' choice has to be what drives that. So stick with it, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Nguyen. Mr. Giles?
Okay, once again, thanks to Sunnydale for their presentation. It was nice to see the kids out, and we're excited about the 6, 7 and 1958 and all that stuff. I appreciate that, and nice hearing from iLead are approving their thing, and they're doing best for kids. Yeah, the 6, 7 thing's kind of big at our house, but the middle school kids think it's great, but the high schoolers just annoyed by it. So I always give them the joke, you know why 6 is afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. It's a bad joke. You're welcome.
Oh, mic drop. Very much, Mr. Dallas.
I had no idea what 6, 7 was. That tells you how far out of the middle I am right now. But that's all right. I looked it up. It said group identity. So I can buy that. There were other things too, but so as far as the Skyhawks, what a wonderful presentation, and thank you. This is the second or third time, so I don't know if this is like something we've been asked, but the ASB, I love it. Hearing that the kids are getting involved, that they feel as if they have a voice, on campus. I heard one of the girls say that. And that's just great because that causes them to want to be at school, then our attendance rates go up and study more, and just all comes back and really enjoying, being where they're at. They're all day. If we can make it a place that they enjoy coming to, it's wonderful. So I really thank Jenny and Alyssa. And obviously their predecessor for doing a wonderful job over at Sunnydale. And congratulations, Ivy. Keep it up. It's wonderful. And good to have another ally in that area and that we work with.
Well, I'd also like to acknowledge Eileen and wish him a good next 5 years in working with Lancaster students. And also acknowledge Sunnydale, and I love their new logo. It's one of the best ones. And appreciate all the ASBs throughout our district, and they're growing. So we have a meeting with all our ASBs tomorrow, so I'll get a lot of input from them. They're always willing to share their opinions with me, which are wonderful. But really what I'd like to do is just acknowledge all of our staff, our students, and our community for the 7-point increase in our English language arts scores, moving us from red to yellow. 4.2 points increase in mathematics, moving us from red to orange. Also, I'd like to acknowledge the 5% decline in chronic absenteeism in our school district. And lastly, our decline by 2.2% in our suspension rate. So across the board, we just did a wonderful job this past year, and all that hard work is something that we should all celebrate. Every single department, classified, certificated, everybody pushing in the same direction, as they say, doing yeoman's work.
Dr. Marianne?
This fountain can look up yeoman's.
Well, I will end that with saying the same thing. Great presentation by Sunnydale. I always love when the kids come up because it's not very easy to get up and stand in front of people and say things as an adult. So you can imagine what courage it takes them to get up as little ones to do that, or young ones to do that. Eileen, congratulations on your improvement. Great job. And I look forward to seeing even more members rise with you. So thank you. We had an awesome coat drive on last Saturday with the Welcome and Wellness Center and all the different organizations that came together. It was really, really a successful event, Rose. Wonderful job as Rose and teams. Wonderful job as usual. And I look forward to this Saturday. We're going to do our food distribution and give away the turkeys. And if any of you guys don't have anything to do, we would love to have some volunteers out there helping to serve our community. I believe it starts at, say, 9:30 in the morning. So come on out, support, help us fill some bags and things like that. I'll be there. You get to work right next to me, see? Get close. And other than that, I want you guys to have a wonderful evening. We're going to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
A motion by Mr. User, second by Mr. Giles, and we will be adjourning at 1. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0.